Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is Answer Questions episode, so let's actually get right to it, even though it's only one question. John from South Sioux City, Nebraska actually asks, by observing the lyrebird, the mockingbird, and even the raven, is it possible that at least some dinosaurs possess the art of mimicry? That's a really good question, I mean, would dinosaurs actually have that same vocal abilities like mockingbirds, ravens, and the lyrebird? I mean, that's a really good question. I would say the dromaeosaurs probably actually did this a lot more. The dromaeosaurs, the troodontids, probably did most of this. I'd say some big predatory dinosaurs. I would say medium-sized theropod dinosaurs probably might have had that ability, but I'd say the dromaeosaurs and the troodontids would have probably had that ability, and I wouldn't be surprised that they actually did. You see, if you're like a troodontid that was actually like, say, Troodon, and you're living in a area where you actually have ceratopsians, hadrosaurs, ornithomimids, ankylosaurs, and tyrannosaurs. And then some other dromaeosaurs. You might want to mimic some of those sounds, or otherwise trying to mimic a cracking branch, to avoid predation, that kind of thing. It's probably for defense. It probably wouldn't actually be used for any other type of purposes, unless if they actually did use it for mating. And like the males would have probably mimicked like anything around them. I mean, females could have probably done this as well, but I mean, it's still up in the air in terms of how dinosaurs vocalize. How did they vocalize? That is really a good question. A good question. I mean, that's a question that's still going on. I mean, we still don't know what dinosaurs sound like. You see, we just look at modern animals and we kind of combine their sounds to possibly guess what some dinosaurs sounded like. With the Jurassic Park franchise, like with the roar of T-Rex, they used an alligator, they used a lion, they used a hissing cockroach, and I think some big herbivore of today. I can't remember what it was, but I mean that's so interesting to think about that, because you're combining sounds with other animals to actually try to see if you can actually possibly create the sound of a dinosaur. I mean, it's still a lot of guesswork. I would actually say that probably dromaeosaurs and troodontids probably have this ability more than any other type of dinosaur, because I'd say the dromaeosaurs and the troodontids would have actually done this to avoid predators invading their territory, or otherwise they probably did something different, I mean, but it's still unknown. It's still really unknown. I mean, hadrosaurs, I'd say they're more honking noises. They're probably more deeper, deep, low-sounding kind of voices. Sauropods would have actually done the same thing. Ankylosaurs the same way. Ornithomimids could probably do this, but even though I don't know really that much about ornithomimids that much, because since that they're in the Coelurosaur family group, but even though I still don't know that much about them, I would actually say dromaeosaurs and troodontids. Those are probably the dinosaurs I would actually say that probably might have actually had that mimicry kind of vocalization. It's still up in the air of what dinosaurs really sounded like. Alright, that's it for now. So next week will actually be a special episode, even though it'll be on Easter weekend. So I mean, hey, I'll still be doing the episode. And Also, keep in mind that you can still ask me questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, and also you can follow the Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, and you can actually submit your questions in the Facebook page. Remember, keep your questions short and to the point. That way I can understand the question, and also I'd like to see some good spelling for the animal names, but it's up to you. And also you can follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. That's my Twitter page, and you can follow me on Twitter, and I post some pretty cool stuff on there. Also, take care of the people around you, and also for younger people out there, make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. Those are the best motivation you can have for good education. It's very important to have a good education, because with a good education, you get a good job in the future. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.